gonna use the podium here, so. How's everybody doing? Good. Homecoming, huh? Great time of year. Rich is, when he introduced, he read all the statistics. One of the things you gotta understand, I had little, if anything, to do with all that. But the people that did have a lot to do with it were the athletes. And they are the ones who should be respected and honored. Those are the guys that did the work. All we do as coaches is facilitate. I've always believed that. You can't be a successful coach in terms of wins and losses, and let's be honest, frankly, that's how you get hired and fired these days. The number of wins and losses you have. You can't be successful doing that if you don't have good players. And when I was here at Akron, we always had good players. They might not have been the biggest, the fastest, and the strongest, but they were the toughest. And that's why they have 3 state championships in this building. We got tough people here. I speak with passion. I'm a passionate person. I'm a passionate father, my kids. I'm a passionate teacher in my classes. Just ask any students that used to have me, or ask the ones I got now. We're on a block schedule. We have 90-minute classes in Aurora Central Catholic. And I don't cut the class in half and give them something to do. I'm talking 90 minutes. And I can do it. 90 minutes of curry. That's what they got to put up with. But at the end of the year, and when they come back from college, I said, thanks, Coach. What you taught us is real life lessons. That's what I deal with. So when I speak today, I'm going to tell you on your homecoming day, take it to heart. If I get a little loud, if I get a little boisterous, just understand that's just me. I want to thank all those people, whoever they were. I know Chang emailed me for the invitation that they gave me to come and talk to you today. I truly enjoy coming back here and returning to Akron. I don't get back enough. But I'll be honest with you, really there's no place like it. You are truly fortunate, you young people. And you should be grateful that this school is operating. It's a wonderful experience here. You might not think it is now. But after you graduate, and after you've been gone for a while, you really begin to appreciate this place and the enormous sacrifices that have to be made to keep these doors open. I've been called a lot of things in my life, believe me. Some of them have been good, some of them haven't been so good. But one point of pride that I savor is the fact that I'm a product of this school. Just call me an Akron guy. People say, they used to say, there goes that big mouth Akron football coach. I don't care about the big mouth, as long as they put Akron in it. Just call me, that's it, just call me an Akron guy. My roots are here, and I stand proud with my chest out and my jaw firm in the fact that this school is part of me. And for those who find that remark a little corny, overdramatic, you just don't get it, and you probably never will get it. Faculty members, they come and go. Students, they come and go. Families, they come and go. But Akron remains Akron. The school survives because many of its graduates support it, they maintain it, they fund it, they bleed it. And I know, because when I was here as a teacher, I did those things too. Someday you're going to be asked to do it. We wore our pride on our sleeves, and we didn't care what other people thought of us. I know I did. And all of you here today, every one of you all know what a family is. You all know what commitment means. You all know what sacrifice is. And you know what service is. And I'm sure you all know what persistence is. Those are the words that amplify the enduring positive elements that this institution stands for. There are things that whatever you do, or wherever you get involved in, whether it's a football game, I don't care if it's a parade, games, dances, charities, whatever event you're involved with, you're always going to think and ponder about those things I just mentioned. Because they are part of this institution. And if they're part of this institution, then they're part of you too. When you leave and get to college, or wherever you go, you take those traits with you. And when you start a career, you raise a family, those qualities are all part of you. You'll always be a part of Akron. And Akron's always going to be a part of you. You football players, we respect you. I know what you go through. Coaching football I'm still coaching. This is my 40th year coaching football. You'll be on display tonight, you players. You're playing for the now. You're playing for a berth in the football playoffs. And that's a noble, noble goal. That's great. But don't forget, and more importantly, remember, you're also representing all those guys that have put on an Akron jersey. Remember this, every time you step on the field, you represent those guys who came before you that wore the gold and blue, and I was one of them. But when I played here, a while ago, and when I coached here, quite a while ago, we were given the responsibility to represent this institution. And it was something that all of us took real serious. Other teams, like I told you in the beginning, may have been bigger, may have been faster, stronger, better athletes, more talent. So what? So what? It doesn't matter. No matter what it took, no matter how difficult things got, we always persevered. That's the Akron character. Whether it's homecoming, or whenever you're out in public, you're on display, and you represent the hundreds of guys who played here. As I said, I was one of those guys. When I played here, when I coached here, I loved it. And I want you to love it too. I want you to be consumed. I want you to be thinking about it. I want you to be consumed so that nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, can distract you from being successful. Again, if you don't buy into that, like I say, you can't understand what I'm talking about. Only those who do believe it, those who are dedicated to it, and those who are consumed by it, those are the ones who understand it. It's hard to express, very difficult to express verbally, because it's such an intense emotion. You'll know what I mean someday. You might not have it now. Someday you will. Football players, when I coached here, we used to have a saying. We had a lot of sayings. Some I can't tell you. But one I can tell you, we use this when I coach track too. A term called, or a phrase called, reach the point. What does that mean? The point. I don't know if your coaches use it today, but I know I see two guys, Coach Chang, John Doherty over there. They know what it is. They tapped into it once or twice. More than that. What does it mean? First of all, let me tell you this. There's only a select few people on this planet that ever reach it. And those select few, many of them, wore blue and gold on Friday night. They pushed themselves to the absolute physical limit. You're young teenagers. You don't think about that till you're out there during doubles. And the only thing you're thinking about during doubles, and I'm not criticizing you because I thought about it too, is when is this going to end? When am I going to get enough water? Get me off this field. It's hot, it's humid, I'm sweating, this sucks. But it's You got to do it. It's something you have to go through. These players, as I said, reach their physical limits. It's not fun. It's not any fun reaching the point. It's painful. It's discomforting. And you feel like you're at the brink of death. Your body simply refuses to do what you're asking it to do. Nevertheless, your mind takes control, and you no longer ask your body to do anything, you tell it. You say to yourself, just do it. Make yourself do it. You demand that your body does what you know in your heart you have to do. And when you get to the point, when you hover near that line of supreme agony, fatigue, torment, you come to the realization that you just did something that 99% of the people in this world either can't do or refuse to do. They won't do it. Getting to the point is the life lesson journey. Paying the price. Only those who've ever reached it know what it is. I hear a lot of people, even some of the people that I've coached in the past, they talk about it too. A lot of people say they get to the point, but they don't. They don't reach it. How do I know this? Because I know the first time in their lives something gets a little tough, they turn their backs. What are you going to do when life throws a shot of adversity your way? What are you going to do? Well, make no mistake about it. All of you in this room, all of you, boys and girls, you will all face life's trials. You will all have crucibles in your life. How you deal with things that seem problematic, that seem insurmountable. Things that you're going to have to face. Just look at this country. My God. We got a nation of weaklings. Mentally and physically. We got a generation of people in this country that have been spoon-fed their entire lives. It's called entitlements. I'm entitled to this. I'm entitled to that. I don't have to work for it. Just give it to me. People, learn to take care of yourselves. You can't do that. You can't do it unless you know how to deal with suffering, pain, adversity, discomfort. And people have reached the point, they don't turn their backs on anything. They don't give up. They persevere. They sacrifice. They've got a determined commitment. And this place, this school, helped them get that commitment. Gentlemen, tonight when you go out there in that field, you're wearing a symbol of all those traits that I just described to you. That aqua jersey. Because it stands for something. It represents you. It stands for something positive, something enduring. It stands for the Aquin family. You're representing all those players, as I told you, who've donned the blue and the gold. I give anything. I used to tell my players this. God, I wish I could do it. I'd give anything to be out there playing alongside you guys tonight. What a dream that would be. Anything. Don't let us down. Be relentless, be fearless, but for God's sakes, be focused. Maybe you can tell, not too tough to tell, maybe you can tell that my heart still skips a beat every time I come through this place. Once again, thank you for inviting me to come and speak to you on your homecoming. Football players, go get them, kick their butts, and reach the point. Thank you.